I hate to say it, but I figured I'd be making this video one day. A draft of the Supreme Court decision on Roe versus Wade has been leaked, and although the final decision won't actually happen until later this summer, it's not looking good. You guys know me, I'm very pro-choice, so when I say it's not looking good, that means it's likely gonna be overturned. 50 years of progress? Who needs it? When I say I'm pro-choice, I'm sure that's not shocking to anyone. I have made numerous videos of my opinion on this matter. Actually, a lot of them have happened recently too. I think it started when I got pregnant. I had this like massive influx of all these pro-lifers coming at me thinking that I had somehow changed my stance on abortion because I decided to myself have a baby. For some reason, apparently that makes me pro-life, or they thought it would make me pro-life, and that I should then think everyone should be forced to have a baby just because I chose that for myself. You really can choose to have a baby and support the rights of women who don't want to have one themselves. I know. Crazy, right? Then after that, the whole LeBrant family abortion documentary thing happened, and I had to comment. You know, that one where they compared abortion to the Holocaust? But the comments I got on that video, good Lord. They're pretty ruthless. Honestly, I should make an entire video reading these comments. A lot of their fangirls came at me, were really pro-life, very angry with me, and they're pretty out there. So honestly, if you guys want to see an entire video of me reading these ridiculous comments, let me know in the comment section below. And I mean, I'm telling you, these people, they have quite the stick up their ass. Just kidding, there's nothing up their ass, or nothing up their anything, which probably explains the mood. Sounds like they could benefit from shopping at adamandeve.com. Honestly, all these pro-lifers need to chill the fuck out, and if you're pro-choice and it's just stressing you out, we could all benefit from Adam and Eve, let's be honest. So if you want, I have a fun unboxing video of all the really cool stuff they sent me. I will link it in the description below. It's a nice, lighthearted, fun video, so if you want to watch that and you're curious about some of the products I received, they're very exciting this time around, feel free to click that, because after this video you might need something kind of lighthearted to take your mind off things, because I have a lot to say. And it's stressful. So de-stress with Adam and Eve. You can use my code JACLYN, J-A-C-L-Y-N, for 50% off any one item and free shipping. Check out that video, and all right. Deep breath. Let's get back into the pro-lifers. I keep seeing all these people say, well, it's not the final decision. This is just a leak. They might not actually overturn Roe versus Wade. Well, I'm telling you, like I said before, it's really not looking good, and we need to take this seriously. But how did we even get here? Mississippi, that's how. They're pushing for a law that bans abortion at 15 weeks. Now, what happens with this is that if this goes through, the federal protection around abortion rights could very much change. We know for sure that 13 states have trigger laws that'll go into effect as soon as this decision goes through. And that's just the beginning. And I do believe that all this is very likely because 2021 in and of itself was one of the most restrictive years on abortion rights in a long time. Over 100 restrictions passed, but honestly, with the Supreme Court looking the way it does, is anyone that surprised? I know I'm not. Donald Trump's administration appointed 3 new Supreme Court justices. 3. Maybe consider voting if you don't. I mean, think about it like this. Women in 2022 are going to have less rights than their mothers. And marriage equality, do you really think that's safe at this point? So as it would stand, abortion rights would be up to the state. They can preserve those rights, they can ban abortion, or they can do some kind of restriction in the middle there, but it's up to the state, which would be really great for people living in states like Oklahoma, where they would totally ban abortion even in cases of rape or incest. They could do that. They would do that. Now, thankfully, some states will be out there protecting abortion rights, but let's talk about the issues in that. How much are states going to be allowed to regulate what someone does in another state? I mean, we really haven't fully gone there yet. Obviously, it'll probably be illegal to bring abortion drugs from one state into another, but could it also be made illegal to travel to get one? I've made previous videos talking about how states are already trying to do this, where you could sue someone for even trying to help you go somewhere else to obtain abortions. And these are the issues we're gonna see popping up in court next. What a nightmare. Not to mention that nearby states are going to see a ton of new people coming in. There will be a huge influx of people from other states. With Texas just passing their 6-week abortion ban that I talked about in a previous video, people are already starting to flood into nearby states. And a huge issue we're gonna see is that these clinics are going to be overrun. They already are because of so many people traveling to get abortions, and there are limited resources. Most states already have insufficient access to reproductive health care, so this is gonna make it just exponentially worse. I mean, just look at Illinois, look at all of the states that are going to be flooding there. And that just applies to the people that have the means to travel. And not everyone can do that, so who's gonna suffer? people of lower socioeconomic status, the people who need that the most. And they're not gonna have access to abortions. Well, let me rephrase that. They're not gonna have access to safe abortions. So what does all of this really mean? It means women are gonna die. Conservatives don't seem to realize this, but abortion rates went down when Roe versus Wade was passed. Abortion bans will not prevent abortion. They will prevent safe abortions. And forgive me for not sugarcoating it, but that does mean that women will die. And let's just talk for a second about the women who will carry pregnancies to term because they don't have the means to travel. Guess what they also don't have the means for? Raising a child. Now what for them? Now what? Conservatives are like, okay, well, bye. So frustrating. And I know this is not a final draft. I know this was a leak, and if I can find the silver lining in anything, it would be that this was leaked, and hopefully that information can garner enough social pushback to actually change someone's mind, influence some kind of decision in a way that makes people reevaluate what's going on. The reaction that we all have collectively to this leak has to have some kind of influence, and that is our only hope. Social influence, pressure on the Supreme Court. But even with that, I'm really not super optimistic. In my opinion, the draft will likely become law, but what do I know? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. What do you think is gonna happen? Do you have any opinions strongly one way or the other on whether or not this draft will actually become law, or if you think we have time to influence some kind of pressure to have it not? All this really does start to feel like more of a theological debate than a scientific one, or even a political one, which if we're talking theology, the Bible actually seems to support abortion. It gives kind of instructions on how to get an abortion, and let's be real, even God had a late-term abortion. I mean, what was Jesus in like his 30s or something? Sorry, I wanted to end on a bit of humor. This whole video has been really heavy, so forgive me. But seriously, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I really wanted to make a video on this. It's obviously something that's really important to me. I feel like abortion's like one of the biggest topics on my channel now. Who knew? But here we are talking about abortion all of the time. I feel like every time I make a video talking about this, I see at least a decent chunk of people that are like, you don't need to keep talking about this. We're gonna have abortion rights. You're just overthinking it. You're worrying too much. Abortion rights aren't gonna go anywhere. Thanks so much for watching this video. Thanks for letting me vent. Hopefully I influenced somebody to, you know, spread this video, share it somewhere, make your own social posts or whatever you want to do to raise awareness about this, because honestly, like I said, I think social pressure is our only chance. So please, if any video I've ever posted needs to be shared, it's this one. And dear God, when it comes time to vote, please do that. Follow me on all my social accounts. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on TikTok, I am on all the things, trying to take my mind off of the frustration that is this subject. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because at this point I think I'm just purging subscribers. Keep talking about abortion. That's just not a way to win them over. But who cares? I'm gonna talk about what I want, and I'm gonna go and have a drink. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.